Last week we did a show on the Jacksonville Jaguars stadium.
Yeah.
You are born and raised here in Jacksonville. What is the word on the street from the kids?
So the word on the street, the kid, especially coming off the season, end of the season we had last season.
Yeah.
I am getting nothing but pumped up vibes from the people around me. They are so excited for this season. My whole feed, whether it was Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, any of it was all the Jag Stadium when it came released. I had friends in Boston and North Carolina send me like, look how cool this is. This is going to be sick. Yeah. We're super excited for this. So I think I'm really excited. I hope it closes for sure. But yeah. I think the excitement is definitely around the team and the talent that's going to bring.
Just talking NFL football for a second here, which we tend to do on the show for whatever reason, because we're American. Having a franchise quarterback is a big deal.
Yeah.
So like showing up, doing that, for achieving early on, that's a big deal. I can tell you that as a Dolphins fan, after having a franchise quarterback my whole youth and then not, it's a very different experience. I'm pumped for the city of Jacksonville to experience it.
I'm experiencing that right now. My family's from Massachusetts, so
that's right.
Yeah, Tom Brady leaving hurt us, but it's fine.
I know that feeling, except for the whole 17 bajillion championships.
Well, not everyone can understand that. So
I'm not jealous at all. All right.
Not at all.
So that being said, let's talk slightly outside of the sidelines, like beyond the sidelines. The stadium being built from a social standpoint. Or do you hear what percentage of this chatter outside of like, dude, we're going to be awesome. Outside of that chatter, do you hear anybody talking about, dude, downtown's going to be cool. There's going to be cool stuff going on. Do you hear any of that?
Yeah. So I am hearing like downtown isn't far from the beaches. Like from downtown to the beach, it's maybe 20 minutes. So hearing people say that if the stadium comes and what's going around it, everyone's going to be hanging out downtown. We used to have a place called The Landing. That was like the hangout spot. They did free country concerts on Thursdays, and it just started dwindling down. With this stadium coming, I think downtown's going to be the place to hang out again.
That's cool. So, so we, I'm asking Madison this because we talk a lot on the show about how when a downtown urban core thrives, the rest of the city and the surrounding environments thrive, right? And the JWB community has invested in 5,000 properties that are surrounding that urban core. And this idea of downtown becoming a destination feeds the goose and the gander, right? It makes those properties rise. If you watched our show last week, this announcement by the Jags of this stadium is largely a downtown destination. All the stuff's happening in downtown. All these things are happening in downtown. It comes along the back of many other investments that Shad Khan and the ownership group of the Jags are making, along with JWB, who's purchased 20 city blocks, along with all these other investors that have done it, right? So it's good to know that the thesis of money going into downtown is translating to activities for me as a young, talented person downtown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. There's already some really cool, and the difference between going downtown to hang out and the beaches to hang out is the beaches is very mainstream. You know what to expect. It's fine. Some of the places downtown are so unique. Like a place called Strings has a basketball hoop inside of it. It has big garage door. Like it's the best barbecue ever. There's just so many different types of places downtown that you can go around. The beach bars are just the beach. It's beachy restaurants, seafood, all that stuff. Downtown, you just get a little mix of everything. And I love that. So bringing even more of a mix once all of it really starts to come together is super exciting.
Yeah, something I learned in living in Miami and living the whole like Wynwood Renaissance and all that stuff is this idea that developers really value grit.
Yeah.
If you can develop somewhere that is gritty, like that is Tony Goldman, the guy that developed the Meatpacking District in New York and Soho and Wynwood and all these different places, had all these theses around people valuing grit and hanging out. And I don't know, my generation, we call it like the hipster generation, right? Like it's like the hipster stuff that's cool happens in these urban environments where you can be a little bit funky, you can be a little bit weird, you can create these different activations. It hits different than the beach vibe, right? The beach vibe is like one vibe. It's cool.
You're in Florida, you get the beach vibe everywhere, but to go 20 minutes in town and get a completely different vibe is awesome.
All right, let's ratchet up the weirdness of the question then and be honest, please, right?
Okay.
So we talked about it. Inside the sidelines, people are pumped about the football team. Outside the sidelines, they're pumped socially. one of the things that we ranted on about was the economic development portion of this thing and like the idea of jobs coming downtown and wages going up. Any chatter on just this is going to be like better for my career or this is going to be better for the city as a whole. Have you heard any of that stuff?
I've heard better for the city as a whole.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much of, oh, I can't wait to work downtown. That's still,
Interesting.
that's still a work in progress because I think some people still do work downtown. I think the big thing is the people downtown will want to live closer to where they work.
Yep.
And I think that'll be the big thing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
That makes a lot of sense. All right. So
Mhm.
that's a good snapshot of where we're at, right? Like it is on the horizon. It is not like immediately obvious to the regular population, which to me is still a good deal.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it's still insider information, right?
Yeah.